Last Friday, we had a luncheon, and then Rita and the rest of the mentors decided to surprise us interns and have us do an advocacy right in front of the fellow partners and lawyers of the firm. I was terrified.
So what makes a good presenter? I would say that it's based on two things: presentation and content.
And that's what we're here for. We're here to improve and to overcome obstacles, not to breeze through it once we get the hang of things.
Remember that the first offer made by the hospital was $210,000. At the end of the trial, he was offered $600,000.
Moreover, Alex and Jen claimed that a similarity was the fact that the entirety of both of the cases relied on one key witness. Now that is not the case.
We all strive for improvement, and that's true for all of us here. But sometimes we've reached plateaus where we could either fall down, go off that plateau, or we could increase and rise to the occasion.
Part of the lawyer's effectiveness comes from their ability to look at each case as an outsider.
When someone can regularly and consistently perform a task above expectations, they're considered a good worker.
All 4 interns performed exceptionally well. However, I think it's clear for everyone to see that I personally excelled far above them and was the best intern.
Overall, I was the best intern.
That I was the best intern.
I was the best intern.
Well, that is simply ridiculous. The most valuable thing I learned through this program is how real law is actually conducted. Not what you see on TV, not what you've learned through school programs, but what real law entails.
Throughout this program, the most valuable thing I learned was probably to better my speaking skills and my confidence. Every time we do an advocacy battle, we get better and we learn to improve. And I think that's the most important thing, to just be able to take it all in and to learn.
My advice would be to read everything. Seriously everything. Like long lists of vocab that they give you that you're like, that's not important. It's important. Read everything.
For next year's interns, I would say be confident, and no matter what, know that what you're doing will benefit you, stick it out, and keep a smile on your face.
When you think of a trial lawyer, the first thing you should think of is hard work, because that's honestly what the job is. You gotta work for it, you gotta read everything you're given, you gotta do those long nights. You have a lot of work to do, and if you're willing to do it, you can be really successful.
Being a trial lawyer means to be determined. You have to be willing to do everything it takes. You have to be willing to put in the hard work, and you have to be willing to do the hours that it takes and the emotional drain that it has on you.
Advocacy is important because it comes up in literally everything you do. Whether it's, I don't know, finance for some large corporation, or whether you actually decide to become a trial attorney, advocacy is going to come up. It's important to know how to argue and argue well.
Advocacy is important not just in law, but in every single field that you do. Every day you're trying to convince people why your decision or your choice or your viewpoint is right. And so advocacy can help you in that, and you can feel more confident in yourself, confident in your ideas, and you can just better your life if you're good at talking.